It's Reverend Hannah. I'm here to talk to you guys about creating sacred space in the home. I have missed seeing all of you guys in church on Sundays, and I know that you guys are missing Christ Church too. It's been so wonderful to connect with everyone through our live stream services and through get-togethers on Zoom, and I encourage everyone to continue participating in those practices for our common life. If you haven't tuned in yet, check out our website for details on how to connect. But even with our weekly live stream services, I know that without the familiar luxuries of our church space, like our music and our stained glass windows and friends in the pews around you and the Eucharist, it can be really difficult to develop new faith practices. I know my prayer life has been all over the place in the past couple of weeks. So with Holy Week coming up, I wanted to encourage you guys to be creative and intentional about making a sacred space in your home for prayer and other devotional activities. Setting aside space where our demeanor and our behavior can mimic how we are at church can help reconnect us to our spiritual lives in these strange times. So I'm going to talk to you about making a home altar, and I'm going to show you my home altar, and then I'll give you some links to other practices that you can do at home during Holy Week and really anytime. So let's get started.
So first things first, you've got to choose your spot. If you are planning to keep your altar up all of the time, I encourage you to choose a spot that is unlikely to be disturbed by children or pets. I also encourage you to find a spot in your home that helps you get in the right headspace for prayer and worship. I chose my dining room for several reasons. One, this fabulous natural lighting. Two, there was already a table there, sort of perfect for the occasion. And three, this is the least used room in my home. So even though I'm at home all day, every day, as most of us are right now, when I come into my dining room to spend time here, it is markedly different from the rest of my routine, which helps me physically get into a better prayer posture. Now I know that not everyone has many options in their home. And so I'm here to tell you, wherever you're able to create an altar or a sacred space, positive faith experiences are possible. So don't be deterred if you don't have a whole room to make an altar in. And secondly, if you need to create an altar that you build up for your time of prayer and worship and then take down until it's time for prayer again, that's also totally fine. My advice when it comes to materials is don't overdo it. Simple and elegant is better than cluttered. So if you don't have any of the materials that I'm going to show you, don't worry about it. Anything that you can find in your home that's meaningful to you and helps you get in the right headspace for prayer is awesome, and you can use it.
Start with a cloth. We put what's called a fair linen on top of the altar. So some sort of cloth on top of your sacred space separates it from the everyday and lets us know that what we put on top of it is special and sacred. Next, add a candle. Any candle will do, especially if you wanted to use your baptismal candle or that of your children. We always have candles when we worship to signify welcoming the light of the Holy Spirit into our space. Next, a cross. We have a large cross behind the altar at Christ Church, but any smaller cross or even a picture of the cross will suffice. It helps to focus our worship on Christ. Finally, feel free to add any extra items from your home that have spiritual meaning for you. I've included an icon of the Binding of Isaac and a rosary made by a friend on my altar.
So here I am altar. As you can see, it's pretty simple. I try to sit here with my candle lit for at least a few moments of silence and prayer every day. Sometimes I read one of the services of the daily office in our Book of Common Prayer as well. I also have some plans for Holy Week. On Palm Sunday, I'm going to add some greenery to my altar. On Maundy Thursday, I will strip my altar after dinner and leave just the cross for Good Friday. And then on Easter, I'm going to change up the cloth and decorate. If you'd like some more ideas like these, head to this link or check out the Christ Church website for some resources on prayers and activities that you can do at home in your sacred space, whether you live alone or with others or with children. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you do make an altar or sacred space in your home, please send pictures to us at Christ Church so we can stay connected in our life of faith. And I can't wait to see everyone again when we can worship in our church. Bye.